Okay guys, here we go. Complete transformation process for Thrilling 30 leader class Jetfire. Now as you can see, I've took off all the accessories just because that makes it that little bit easier, and I've even took off his visor as well. Again, bear with me with this transformation. It is quite fiddly and we don't want to damage or break this toy at all. What we'll do first and foremost then is if we just separate the shoulder joints out like so. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take the arms and we're going to rotate these round so the fists are facing backwards. Just very carefully pull this out, and as you can see, you've got two giant holes there, so you know that it's the right way now. What we're then going to do then, we're going to come round to the back. We're going to fold the feet up first and foremost. Now when you push them up, you've then got to cascade it back as well, like that, till it slots and clicks into position. So don't just push it up and back. So it goes over and in, and it clicks right down into position. So it's really low in, and you can see there's hardly any of it sticking out there. What we'll then do is separate the nose cone. We're going to pull this out of the way, and then what we're then going to do is bring the whole of this chest plate nice and careful, bring this forward as well. Now this is where you need to be careful, because you can see we've just got this tiny little hinge here with pretty much the whole chest piece and of course his head on. Let's rotate the head around just so it's facing backwards, and again I have took the visor off just to make this that bit easier. Again, we'll leave the arms. In fact, what we'll do now, you can see there's a tab there, and a couple of tabs on the inside. What we need to do though, and I probably should have done this first, is just separate this part, lift it up so it's in the air, out of the way. What we can then do is bring these up, if I can get this down into shot and together, and you can see what we can do is pretty much just clip them together, and the black band in the middle and the white bits at the top. What we then need to do is if we take the legs, and as we start to turn it out, you can see the landing gears there. So turn this to face the landing gear. What we now need to do is turn this all the way in, as far up as you can, and then create a tiny bend at what is the knee to straighten it up like so. We're going to leave that there just for a second. We're going to turn this all the way in, fold it all the way up. You might push the hand back in if it's come out, as you can see. Again, rotate the landing gear. I should have done that first, to face the top, tiny bend in the knee, and let's push this all the way up and over there. So this is pretty much all about to clip together, to be honest. If we push these all together there, and then if we look at the back piece, you can see you've got a large tab there and a cutout in the back, same on the other side. So now when we reposition this back piece over there, we can line this tab up, click that into position, and it will hold. Same on the other side, so we need to push this right down like so. That's just clipped in, and on the underside we've got the leg coming round, and we're just going to attach it same as we did with the other side into that tab there. This now means that if this has come apart again, you can just compress it and it should hold that into position. You can move the wings back if you want now, just to make it a bit easier, and of course you can fold the tail fins out as well. Right, here comes the tricky part. We're going to leave the nose cone out of the way, and what we're going to basically do is we're going to get this piece at the front and the head tucked in there. So what we need to do is lift these open there like so, and again be super careful. You can see that this whole part just hinges on this tiny bit of plastic here, and we're going to fold. So we're going to cascade this down. It's so hard in mouth, it's crazy. Then we're going to fold this, and we need these tabs to stay above like so, and then it's just a case of manipulating or maneuvering these through this gap in what the hips were. So I tend to push it out a little bit and then push this down, and it really is quite scary. There, you can bring it in, push it right back. Now you'll see it all sort of lines up like so. Bring it in and it will click into place like that, and then attach this by folding these over. As you can see, that's why I took the visor off as well, because it makes it so much easier just to push that down. Then we can just take the nose cone, bring this forward, and again you'll see you've got a tab there to click over that side and on this side, and you can hear that click into position. It's now up to you if you want to pull the landing gear down, and of course position the wings with any of the armor on however you want. Okay, there you go. Okay, then we're going to transform him back into robot mode. So I've took off all of the armor and all of that kibble. We're going to fold the landing gear up out of the way first and foremost. Now this is where you need to be careful. So let's try and carefully detach the nose cone, lift this up out of the way. Now what you're going to need to do is give these a bit of a wiggle until you're able This is that super delicate bit at the front to get your fingernail in and lift this up. Once you've lifted this up, you should now carefully be able to detach this front part. Once you've got this detached carefully, you're pretty much safe, as in it's all in your own hands now. This is the worst, he says. There we go, you can see it's folded out, and again it's just this tiny bit there, so nice and careful. Let's just disconnect everything then. So you can see under there where we connected the legs to the back, you can see there where we connected the top of the shoulders to the thrusters, and you can see where it all basically clipped in. So let's separate this bit off the back, the whole back piece. Use this bit in the middle to fold it up over on itself. So you're going to need to disconnect it here, push it underneath and over. So once that's separated, all you've got to carefully do now is turn it all back around. So if we go back, these are going to be the hips, remember, so turn these all the way down. We can also move the arms up and out of the way, make sure the wing's out of the way with the leg, and then you can rotate this hip all the way down. Don't forget to turn the landing gear to the back. We'll come to the feet in a minute, so we're going to do the same here. Move this away from the wing, turn it down, turn the landing gear to the back, and we've got to turn these hips pretty much all the way up. So click the leg out like so, and the same on this side. And what we're going to do in a second, this is all going to clip into place. So let's move the arms down. As we do, let's turn the forearm around, hold on to the shoulder piece, turn it around there, 90-degree twist, bring this down, hold on to the shoulder piece, turn the forearm round 90-degree like so. Right, close these bits up, bring this up, turn the head around before we do it if you want, lift this up and over, nice and careful, and this will click into place. Let's bring these shoulders, the tab will go into the hole there, rotate the rest of the arm down, same on this side, bring the shoulder down, click that into place. As you bring the legs down, make sure that the waist bit has clipped into the central piece before we come to the back part. Fold this bit over there. We're going to take the nose cone up and over like so. The feet, if you remember, they did a double cascade, so they don't just fold out like that, they fold all the way out and down. So bring it out, double cascade down, then stand him up, and then, as I say, it's up to you what you really want to do with the wings. If you want them up, if you want them down, it's up to yourself. But that's the most important bit, clipping in there, clipping in there. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.